Okay, this video is going to cover the 2012 ClimbList FRQ, and yeah, I'm not sure it gives a number. It's all right. It's number 1. Okay, so let's see here. A mountain climbing club maintains a record of the climbs that its members have made. Information about a climb includes the name of the mountain peak and the amount of time it took to reach the top. The information is contained in the climb info classes declared below. Okay, so the constructor creates a climb info object with name, peak name, and time, climb time. So the peak name is the name of the mountain, and the time is the number of minutes taken to complete the climb. Looks like they also have a get name method, which will return the name, and get time method, which will return the time. Okay. Climbing club. It maintains a list of the climbs made by the members of the club. The declaration of the climbing club class is shown below. You'll write 2 different implementations of the add climb method. You'll also answer 2 questions about an implementation of the distinct peak names method. All right, so you're creating a climb list of climb info. First of all, when you see this, what does climb info know? Well, let's go back up to climb info. Climb info creates a name, because right here it says create a climb info object with the name, peak name, and time, climb time. So it creates peak name and climb time objects. It can also get the name, which returns the name of the mountain climb and the time that it took. Get the time. Okay, so each climb list array list object is going to know how to do all these things. Create a climb info object, and it's going to know how to get the name and get the time. So climbing club creates a new climbing club object. Climb list is a new array list. Climb info. Okay. So we got 2 different add climb to be implemented in part A with climb info objects in the order so we can do it in the order they were added, in alphabetical order. Okay, cool. All right, so this is right. An implementation of the climbing club method that stores the climb info objects in the order they were added. This implementation of add climb should create a new climb info object so it's going to create a new climb info object with the given name and time. It appends a reference to that object to the end of the climb list. For example, consider the following code segment. So you got a hiker club, that you add climbs to, some Monadnock, Whiteface, Algonquin, and another Monadnock. Okay, this one's really easy. This adds a new climb with name, peak name, and time, climb time, to the list of climbs. So all you're doing is just creating a new one. Yeah, this is pretty easy. So anyway, you've got this. You got your climb list object that needs to add information to it, right? So the climb list holds the the name and the time, right? And the way you do that is by creating a new climb info object, which is right up here, right? So it should be easy. All you do is just say new climb info, and you pass in the peak name and the climb time. Pretty easy. So all you're doing is adding a new climb info object to it, and climb info knows peak name and climb time. It's about as basic as it gets. This next one is a little bit harder, because now you're not just adding it to the end of your list, you're putting it in alphabetical order. Okay, so so we need to do a loop. And we'll start at 0, and I will be less than this dot climb list dot size. Okay, I didn't really read that, but I knew from above when I set it up here, it says implements with objects in alphabetical order. Let's look at this real quick. So this is what's passed in Monadnock, Whiteface, Algonquin, Monadoc. So then alphabetical order would be Algonquin, Monadoc, Monadoc, Whiteface. Or in this order, Algonquin, Monadoc, Monadoc, Whiteface, and the only thing different is the times on here. Okay, so it's going to have to... Yeah, I was making a video. Is that okay? So we're going to put these in. Sorry, somebody was bugging me there. We're going to put them in alphabetical order. So think about this. So we have basically sketch screen. We got M being passed in Monadocquin, Whiteface, Algonquin, and Monadoc again, okay? So the first time through it's passed in, there's nothing in the list. It's basically null. There's nothing in the list. So let's look at this real quick because we're going to need to use the compare to method. And the way that compare to works is you've got it's going to look at the different values. So the first one is Monadocquin, so it's basically M. So its ASCII value is 77. That's greater than null, which is 0, right? So the way that you would do that,